Welcome to the video, and I'm hoping if you're new, you'll consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you leave a comment, I'm going to reply. Today's video is going to be very interesting. We're talking to my friend Dave. Dave has a Tesla Model X, same as me, a refresh, except he totaled his. We're going to hear about his Tesla journey, what it was like getting his car, what it was like losing his car, and what he's trying to do to get a new one. I'm Chris Fox. This is Northeast Tesla. Let's get into the video. So, Dave, tell me about your EV journey. How did you get here?
Well, for the past 15 years or so, I've been driving Cadillac SRXs, SUVs, which I kind of loved. And I'm an IT guy, so I've always loved computers, of course. And I decided one day I want to drive a computer rather than a car. And a Tesla is what I chose. And I decided I wanted the best one they make, so I bought a Model X.
So the Model X versus the Model S, what was the differentiator?
I wanted to be an SUV. I was waiting for the refresh. I liked the idea of really seeing this, the new steering wheel, or the yoke as it's called. I thought that was kind of cool, and I thought it would be interesting to do. Yeah.
When did you actually put in your order?
I put in my order in April, the first week of April of 2021.
And when did you pick it up?
I picked it up the last week of April 2022.
So roughly a year.
Yeah, 13 months, yeah.
Mine was a lot longer.
Yeah, well, mine was actually scheduled to be a lot longer, and then one day I got it popped up that I had a VIN number. I got a phone call. Next thing I know, I was picking it up 3 days later.
So what were the specs of your car?
The specs of my car, it was a Model X refresh, 5-seater. I bought the full self-drive, which I was really wanting to see what it was like. I knew it was something that I'd like. I heard about the FSD beta, and being an IT guy again, beta is one of my favorite things. I was looking forward to it and worked hard to get it, and unfortunately I didn't get there.
I understand. So let me ask you, so you have the Model X.
Mine was a midnight silver. My refresh that I've ordered a few days after the accident is now going to be a red one on the next one now.
So you have the Model X. What was your favorite part about having the Model X?
Well, the first day I got it, I literally spent 2 hours going through all the electronics. I love computers, as I've said. I went through every single feature, found what I thought I'd like and how I'd want to drive it, and then I took it right from there, believe it or not, to a ceramic coating place to have it front end wrapped in, fully ceramic coated. 9 coats of ceramic.
So you had the front bra done for paint protection, right, and then everything was ceramic coated.
Full ceramic coating, right.
Awesome. Were there any challenges you found in your ownership experience?
I was just excited and waiting for it while it was being coated, and it took them almost a week to do. So I was waiting. But when I got it, I jumped right into it. My wife and I took lots of trips around New England with it. In a 2-month period I had it, I put about 4,000 miles on it.
Awesome.
And I think I tried just about every feature there is, and I don't see anything I didn't like about it.
What was your thoughts on the yoke?
The yoke was fantastic. I got into it. My wife was really concerned. I got into it, and within 15 minutes, I was fine with it. But again, I like new things. All right, and my wife was very hesitant about it, but once she did drive it, after about 45 minutes, she was no problem with it, and she loved it also.
So then the terrible day came. How long did you have the car prior to the accident?
It was actually 2 months to the day.
2 months to the day, so yes, essentially 60 days.
Yes.
And you waited over a year.
I waited over a year.
Okay, so tell me if I got this correct. You're driving down a road, you're coming to a 4-way intersection, someone to your left has a stop sign, you have the right of way. As you're going, you see they're not going to stop. Then what happened?
I see this car coming out of a side street. A young driver appeared to be to me. We kind of locked eyes on each other. And I could see that he was terrified. I mean, he knew he was doing something wrong, and I knew it was going to be bad all around. So I immediately, instinctively, just turned my wheel to the right to get away from him while looking at him. And when I did, unfortunately, there was a telephone pole 3 feet in front of me, and I hit it head on.
So you cleared the intersection, but then hit the pole.
I hit the pole, correct.
So was it a 2-lane road that you were on, opposite direction in your direction, just 2 lanes?
Yes, it was.
So you didn't have a lot of space to go right?
No.
Okay. So he's coming. You see him, you lock eyes, you veer to the right, and before you can get back forward, you're already into the pole.
Correct.
Wow. What was the experience like when the collision happened?
You know, it was really, it's really hard to describe, but I think I heard the airbags go off before I realized I hit something.
Okay.
All right, and airbags came at me from all directions. One come out of the steering wheel, one come out of the passenger side. While I was turning, the one on the passenger side hit my arm, which slammed into my chest. They also came out from the top and my left side and around my ankles, believe it or not.
Really?
And they, as fast as they inflated, they deflated. And that's when I really noticed what happened. Once they deflated, I'm like, oh my God. I'm saying to myself, oh my God. I immediately just pressed the button to see if the door would open, and it did. It did not. The passenger compartment had no damage except for airbag damage. And I'm not sure if it's by design or by accident, but as soon as the airbags deflated, my seatbelt was actually unbuckled also. And I hit the button, and like I said, the door just opened itself. I got out. People came from all directions out of their homes. I was surrounded. The police and fire and ambulance were there fairly quickly. The fire department immediately started working on the car to make sure it didn't catch fire, I guess.
So you get out of the car, and then what do you do?
I stood there for a minute, walked around to the front, looked at the car. I seen the pole was, the car was wrapped around the pole right up to the windshield.
It was impaled.
Yes, absolutely. The windshield never even cracked, amazingly.
It didn't crack at all?
Not at all. And the fenders just kind of fell to the side. They didn't push anywhere, just fell to the side.
So it was kind of like they went like that.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was.
What a story. You waited 2 years for the car. You got to drive it only 2 months, and then it was gone. Well, I mean, what are you going to do now?
Well, it was a tough decision. My wife and I talked it over and decided that we wanted to get another Tesla Model X refresh, the same exact one. The only thing we changed this time is we went with a color red instead. And we ordered it probably 3 or 4 days after the accident.
What are the wait times like? I mean, you waited a year already.
And they've pushed out another year. We're talking well into July. They're talking May to July next year. So it's just a wait. I hope I get it sooner, but I don't know.
A lot of things have been changing as they're rolling out features that they promised us at launch that still haven't happened. But in your new one, you might have matrix lights, you might have a movable screen. Anything else you're hoping that is in the new car?
Well, actually, when I ordered it, I found out that I am getting both of those features.
Awesome.
My first one, it actually came without the movable screen, and I was told when I picked it up that the cars coming in a week later did have movable screens, so I was kind of disappointed. So, unfortunately, I'm getting a little bit more out of it than I expected.
Well, it's great that you're able to get back into the car. I'm sorry it's going to take so long. Maybe you'll be able to find one that gets rejected by someone and they call you up and say, hey, you want one? We have one.
That would be really awesome, but my wife and I are both determined to get the exact configuration we asked for, and I'm not going to accept anything less. I mean, we want...
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I mean, we're paying a lot of money for the car. We want it to be what we want it to.
The price you and I paid when we got our deliveries is a lot different than the price that they're charging today.
Correct.
How are you making that happen?
You know, we waited a year and a half roughly for my first one. We made it a point to put money away and make it do it, and we decided that we're not going to let this stop us. We're going to get what we want, and whatever it takes, we'll make work.
God bless you. You know, you work hard, you play hard, and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I can't say more than that. It's a great opportunity for you. Get back into your car. Unfortunately, you know, you're going to be in line with everybody else, but maybe luck will shine on you and you'll get it sooner.
I hope so. We had plans of taking a trip across country.
Well, it's on delay right now.
It's on delay. My original plan was to do Route 66 while we were both 66 years old. Now it looks like it's going to be 67 years old to do Route 66. Maybe we can get them rename the road.
Or you just don't tell them that you just tell them when you're still 66, you know? Or maybe they get one to you this year and you still make it happen.
That would be nice, but I kind of doubtful on it, unfortunately.
Dave, I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing your story with everybody. The Tesla community is an amazing community. There's a lot of people now getting involved with Teslas. We both, are Model X owners, and you'll be an owner again. So I think it's important that we understand how safe these vehicles are and how passionate people are about their owner experience. And even though you had a devastating situation, you're ready to jump right back in and get yourself another one. Well, I just hope it all works out. Well, Dave, I can't thank you enough for sharing your experience, this journey you've been through. It's really amazing, and I think I speak for everyone. I'm so sorry this happened. But thank you for sharing it with the community. And, I hope that you get value out of what's going on and the journey that you're on. And speaking of value, if you found this video of value, if it offered you something about the Model X or the safety of a Tesla and you didn't know that before, if you're not subscribing, I hope that you'll consider subscribing, hitting that like button, hitting that notification bell, and if you leave a comment, I'm going to reply. I'm Chris Fox. This is Northeast Tesla, and I'll see you in the next video.